Hi everyone, it's really nice to be here once again, and this is the negotiation mastery advantage. Sometimes the TION, it could be an issue for some of us whose tongue has to be renewed. But anyways, today we'll be talking about the hagglers, and somebody might be wondering right now, like, what's hagglers? Is that the name of a fashion brand, or is it the name of maybe a power bike or something? Well, basically, a haggler is somebody who haggles. So what does it mean when you say somebody is haggling? Somebody is ferociously disputing a price. You find this in people who do not believe, who do not see value but see price. Because it's one of two things. Fedadro Toye would say, focus is blindness. If you are focused on price, you are blind to value. If you are focused on value, most times you are blind to price. So it takes a new kind of mindset to be able to look at price and also to be able to look at value. Like, you must be able to balance both at the end of the day. So basically, a haggler is that person that believes that your price can never be good enough. In fact, even if you cut yourself into the zone of loss, you're already in loss zone. A haggler is still pushing you way beneath the cost price of a product, as if they are the manufacturer or as if they are the person that produce the product or the good or the service and all that. So a haggler doesn't take your first offer, your second offer, your third offer, your fourth offer. In fact, when you do not even have any offer any longer on the table, a haggler's job is to begin to make you offers that makes you to cut a loss. And at the end of the day, their goal is to take you out of business. But basically, I just want to share a few examples and a few stories that I had cause to actually witness. I went somewhere a certain time, and a lady walks in. I think she's an architect, and she walks into a furniture market. She wants to buy certain products, wood related, iron related, and the person she's talking to, his name is Pastor, actually, that's what they call him. And she begins to price. The guy says, a length of this is going to cost you 3,000 something, and she needs like 100 lengths. She says, okay, I'm going to buy 100 lengths. I cannot buy it at 3.6. I want to buy it at 2.5. The guy says, no, 2.5 was what we sold it about 3, 4, 5 years ago. That price, even with the dollar having gone up and all that, is no longer feasible. Then the haggle begins. She begins to haggle. The guy says, okay, 3.5. She says no. He says 3.4. She says no. He says, our final cost price that we used to buy this particular product is 3,350. Then she goes again. She cannot buy 350. He has to now go back to 2,500. And it's like, we've already gone through all these processes before, over and over again. Then she says, okay, I'm going to your competitor. Let me even go and price somewhere else. The guy says, no problem. Go and price. She goes out. She goes to price. She comes back. They begin that whole haggle process all over again. Then she now says, okay, I want to call my boss in the office because it's my boss that will make the final decision as to whether this price is okay or not. And the guy is like, if you come here tomorrow, the price I'm giving you now is going to be different from what you actually, in fact, the price is going to go up by tomorrow based on the intelligence report of the market. The price is going to go up tomorrow. So if you're not buying it at this price now, tomorrow you will still come back here and we'll go through this whole entire haggle process all again. She calls her boss. The boss says one or two things, and she says, no, we cannot buy it at this price. It has to be okay. That 2.5, I'm not paying 2.5 again. I now want to pay 2.9. But that 3,300 that you're talking about, I don't have it. Pastor goes on and on. His name is Pastor, don't forget. He goes on and on. They begin to talk. After a point, he asks one of his boys in the shop to go get him some water to drink. By this time, he's already emotionally fagged out. He's tired, he's pissed, and he's like, on his mind, I'm like, the guy is even thinking of, please let this lady and this guy, let them just leave my shop and leave me in peace. Then she starts the haggle again. And don't forget, she has actually gone out twice, came back, gone again, came back. Then she now says, okay, we want to buy, but that 3,350 is too much. Reduce something. By this time, Pastor drinks his water, he stands up, and he begins to attend to other customers. You don't have good customer service. Me, I've been here since I've been sitting down here. You are not attending to me properly. And then I've already told you the price. You have priced this thing up and down. You have gone out to check the market. You have come back and you are still haggling. That is so draining. It's so stressful. In fact, I had to close my eyes in the video because I just wanted to feel some relief, because I just had to start thinking of people who have haggled me in the past. It's not a very interesting experience when people begin to break down your throat, they begin to, break down your neck. They are pushing you against, in fact, they've already put you in discomfort zone already. So they are pushing you further into the ground, trying to finally take you out of the market. But is everything wrong about the haggler? The haggler has one particular problem. They are not sure. They are very, I don't want to say they are unstable people, but if all you think about is price and you're not thinking of value, and if you feel that the person who is selling you a product or a good does not deserve to make a profit, then I don't think that's actually fair. You can actually decide that, okay, instead of you haggling, just begin to produce everything for yourself. You don't have to go and haggle a tomato seller, for example. Produce your own tomatoes, produce your own vegetables, produce your own clothes. Then you will now realize that life is already so difficult than for you to now intend that, okay, you want to now begin to get everything all by yourself. So what's the point I'm trying to make? Is a haggler wrong all the time? The answer is no. Is haggling, how do I put it now? Is haggling like a strategy? Haggling is not a strategy. You must be able to negotiate through the process. And haggling is not a good way to go about it, because you're actually passing off very negative energy. In fact, a whole lot of persons, when they notice your haggle and you now add, beyond you even haggling them, you now go to another competitor, you come back, you go through the entire haggling process again, you go to another competitor, go and check pricing again, you come back to them. At that point, some people are already done and they are dusted. They are done with you. They don't want to have anything anymore to do with you as far as that product that you intend to buy, is concerned. So the reality is that every haggler, from the flip side of it, every haggler actually wants to buy the product, but they are not convinced because of the price. So what you can do, for example, as somebody who is actually selling a product or a service, is for you to begin to differentiate. It's just like you enter the market sometimes, they say, this one is, I don't want to mention the name of the countries, but this one is from this country, this one is from this other country. Or if you are in the battery market, for example, you want to buy a car battery. There are two major countries that produce these batteries in the market. They'll tell you this one is from this one is from that. They're already differentiating. They don't want that stress, they don't want that problem. You cannot come and buy first grade, maybe European or American at a certain price, then you want to buy it for another continent kind of price. I don't want to mention that, but I guess you all understand what I'm trying to talk about. It's your job as a business owner, as a business person, in fact, to understand issues from the point of view of your haggler. I'm not saying that haggling is entirely crazy or bad. I'm just saying that when negotiation pushes too deep to the point that you who is actually selling that product, the person negotiating with you has taken you way beyond not just the selling price, way beyond the manufacturer's price. You understand? That means you're actually no longer in profit range. You're now running at a loss. It would have been better for you to even be the manufacturer than for a haggler to put you in a situation whereby you are now in a state of desperation. Like they now have the upper hand in that negotiation process. So it's your job to be able to know what are the pain points in your product. This is where differentiation is now very important. You now have to start differentiating your product and your service in ways that delivers a quality statement, a statement of value to the person who is negotiating with you, or better still, to the person who is haggling, in terms of the pricing with you. You have to now start differentiating. That's why in certain business environments, you have people who would say, okay, this particular product costs $1,000, another one performing the same function costs $20. You can imagine the distance between $1,000 and $20 or $200, as the case may be. So you must be able to differentiate. Do not, and of course, much of these things will still have to do with the quality of the product that you're actually putting across. So if, for example, you find somebody who is really pushing hard on price, the only thing you can do, because you must make that sale, like I said in earlier videos, the sale is important. If somebody comes with that attitude, you know, they move across different markets, they still come back to you, they go, they still come back. It means that they really want to buy. You have to give them that reason to buy. Then in your differentiation, you have to now begin to communicate the pros and the cons. You know, what are the advantages and disadvantages of the decision that this buyer is about to make based on the haggling process that they are taking you through. You know, haggling, like I said, is not all about the negatives. You know, it's still positive. It's still about negotiation. Just that the person is negotiating too deep beyond your comfort zone. So I hope this has made a whole lot of sense. So till I come your way next time, I remain Uncle Joseph. Do listen to all our videos on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, and let us have your feedback as well. We would like to know what other video you would like us to make and what videos you are interested in. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, have a wonderful day. That's right.